Whew. Joe's getting out of breath here. Let your shovel do the work. Push it in and bend down on it. Okay, now I gotta just pick up all this tack strip and be real careful with it. It's got the nails in it on one side. You'll see there's nails in certain areas, and then there's also the little nails that hold the carpet. See all that? That's why you gotta wear gloves with this and be real careful with it and stuff. And then we'll stack all that up. Now, how much do you think you can save? The question was brought up. How much is this going to save somebody if you can take up the carpet yourself, the carpet pad, the tack strip? Well, it's going to depend how many rooms you've got, how large your house is, and all of that. Okay, we've got a hallway here that we did. We've got a little bedroom in here. See, I've got all the tack strip, the 4-foot pieces, the 3-foot pieces stacked there. Here's my small pieces. Here, we've got a little closet. We've got a little closet in here. Okay, so I didn't ask anybody what the cost is, but just for doing what I'm doing, taking the carpet out, taking the tack strip out, taking the carpet pad out, sweeping this up, and getting everything ready, I'd say maybe $200, $250 I'd save overall if I didn't have a carpet installer do it. And again, it's just going to depend how much the carpet installer is going to charge you for the entire project, how big your project is, and all of that. Make sure you ask him for a price breakdown before you give him the project, so he has no idea that maybe you want to remove the carpet yourself. Then if you decide to do that, you can back that out of the project and say, okay, I'm going to do that on myself. If you tell him that first, he's going to give you a low price for the carpet removal, haul away, and getting everything ready, because he's going to know you're going to do it himself. And so he may say, $100 for this, when it should have been $250, let's say, or more, depending how large your project is. Remember that. Okay, I got that all stacked up. What's the next step, would you suppose? Sweeping up? No, negatory. Some of these nails have not come up, okay? And you never know exactly where, so you need to check all around the perimeter now, okay? So I got my trusty goggles on, and I'm just gonna feel with my glove, and there's a nail right there. Because we have tile on here, if I pull it straight up, it could pop the concrete under here, it could pop off the little bit of tile around there. And so I'm going to take my hammer and I'm going to do it sideways, and it just snaps off just like that. Then I can feel on that, and if I feel the top edge, if it didn't break off cleanly, I can just tap into it. Okay, there's another one right there. The top of it tapped off. But see, there's the top, there's the bottom edge. Do that until I feel it and it feels nice and smooth, and away I go to the next one. Okay. Sometimes you'll get lucky that lots of your nails will come out depending how old your tack strip is. This tack strip that was down here was pretty old, if you will remember, and so the nails are kind of rusty to a certain extent. Now see, that popped off, and if you're not wearing goggles, you better get some on, because that can fly off, it can fly back up into your eyes, whatever. Okay. let's say. You're just on concrete. You can try to pull the nails out the other way. It could pop off the concrete underneath, around the nail. And if you're putting carpet back, then that's okay if that pops off. You probably won't have to patch that before the next tack strip goes down. In our case though, I'm going to do something a little bit different and unorthodox on this floor. And I'll talk to you about that in a minute. Easy as you go, keep going around the room. You can do it. Okay, I'm still taking these nails out. I just wanted to kind of show you a tip maybe. You saw me before, I bent it both directions. Well, if you hit it just one direction kind of quick, sometimes it pops off. Now that one didn't pop off, and I just did about 5 in a row and it popped right off. See, that popped straight off. Straight off. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't, but it might give you just enough to loosen up the nail all the way. Straight off there. And there's another one next to it that the top was already off. Straight off. Okay, around the room you go. Keep her going. Now are we ready to sweep up? No! What I'm going to do is, if you're only doing a little bit of tack strip, let's say you're only doing 3 or 4 rooms. Okay? I'm at this point here, I've already got the small piece, so I'm going to go ahead and put them all in a bag. So I'm just going to break this stuff up in small pieces. Just so it makes it easier, I can throw it out by the trash can, whatever. It will only take you a few minutes to do this, okay? Because if you take the long pieces out there, where are you going to put them? You try to put them in a plastic bag and it's all messed up, or throw them out into the garbage. I mean, you could carry these out to a dumpster or something, but we don't have a dumpster here. We're doing this on the fly, and we're just going to throw this stuff in a bag. Okay? Breaks pretty easy. I'd rather not have you use tennis shoes, regular tennis shoes. These are kind of work tennis shoes. Actually, they're not tennis shoes at all. But use something too thin. You might put one of these nails right into your foot. Okay? I've got a couple of rooms to do this to, and once I get everything done, I'm just going to put it in a bag. Okay, you can do that, and then we can throw it out into the dump, or trash can, or whatever. Okay. In our case, we're just going to throw this by the side of the road because the garbage man comes and picks everything up. So we're just going to put a few bags, leaf bags out there with this stuff in it, okay?